guys, I wanted to give you a little update on the horses, especially on Patch and what has been happening or what has happened. So Patch was actually the horse I fell in love with the first time when I visited Adam in Wyoming in 2018, I believe. He was the horse I always wanted to get. So when I went to get the horses, actually when I went to look at them last year in October 2023, I definitely wanted to take him, Jill, another gelding, and the girl kind of volunteered herself. So this March 2024, I went to get them, and when I brought them here to Montana, I started working with them. Patch, I knew from the beginning, I got to know Patch that he was a very anxious, nervous horse, and just as much he was nervous, I just find out when I started working with him here. He was extremely difficult, or I shouldn't just say extremely difficult. He was different than the two other horses. He just wasn't interested at all in being with me. Every time I worked with him, the progress would be really slow, which was fine because with Jill, it's been kind of slow too. But with these horses, with these Spanish Mustangs, or I should be just calling them the Indian ponies, because seriously, the Spanish Mustangs, I mean, yes, they do have a Spanish bloodline. Mustangs, they are not Mustangs. They might have some Mustangs in them, in the bloodline. But anyway, so I'm just gonna go back and forth calling them Indian ponies and Spanish Mustangs. But anyway, so these horses, they're just so different. I have some experience, not extended, but some experience with BLM Mustangs. And they're pretty awesome horses too, very smart. But these horses, what I have here, the Indian ponies, man, I don't know how to explain. I don't know how to explain what kind of animals, what kind of brain they have. You people who are lucky and have them at home, you know what I'm talking about. But I don't know how to explain it to other people. They're so smart. They kind of even like read your mind, like what you're thinking. That's what they do when they're like hook on you. And that's the main thing with these horses. You don't break them, you don't train them. You get their mind. You get them interested so they can trust you. They're interested in being with you. Hi, Mangaya. Yes, okay. Yes, Monkey has always a lot to say. Hi, sexy girl. Anyway, so that was kind of the same thing, and I get really excited when I'm talking about them. But this was kind of the same with the BLM Mustangs, you know. Yes, you train them, you do all the other stuff, but once you click with them on that level, spiritual, mental level, I don't know, you know, I don't know what you call it. I mean, these horses can do anything and everything for you. But it takes time. It takes time. And I am happy to inform you that I think I am on a really good level with Mare, with Roni. And I'm getting there with Jill. With Patch, not so much. His mind is just being a wild horse or being a horse on the pasture. no interaction with people. He has no desire to be with people. Yesterday evening, so anyway, let me just back up a little bit. So about 2 weeks ago, right when I was sick, and I think I got sick because of, I got really depressed about Patch and how badly it was just the relationship, how it was developing between me and Patch. And most of my sickness, I believe, was just like mental sickness, because I'm still sick, which is really weird. A month later, I'm still coughing. My voice is really weird, but it's getting better. But anyway, so like 2 weeks ago, early in May, I decided I'm not gonna do anything with Patch. You know, if he wants to be a horse on the pasture, that's what I'm gonna give him. As I said, he's a very nervous, anxious horse, and I could tell, and I think he still has some issue that he might have some ulcers. And I was like, this is not worth it. I'm not gonna push him. I'm not gonna get sick from it. So I just let him be. I turned him out in a pasture, and he's been on a pasture for the last 2 weeks. Just getting more fresh grass, and he has filled up. And I've been just working with Jill and the girl. I do turn them out in the pasture with Patch. You guys want apple? No? Lollipops? Cheese? But at the beginning, I was really upset because Patch would always like drive the girl away. He kind of made her not want to be with me anymore. And I was so frustrated. I was crying. I was so burned out already, exhausted, you know. And it was bad. It was really bad. I just didn't know what to do. You know, I brought him here from Wyoming and wanted to be responsible what happens to him. I was thinking about moving him to my friend's pasture, and I would provide hay for him, of course. But then I was like, no, let's see, you know, what's going to happen. So I closed him in for the night, and Jill and the girl was outside. So he stayed in a stall overnight, and right now I just finished with him. I work with him tiny little bit in a round pen, and I still have a hope. I really do. I don't know, or I don't think he could make the journey, because again, just he's so anxious, you know. And so as of now, today, it's mid-May, I don't think I'm gonna take Patch with me. However, if he's willing, and if I get him, you know, in the stall once in a while, I still want to work with him, because, you know, if somebody buys him or if he goes back to Adam, I still want him to be a little bit more okay with us humans being around him. And I think it would be very good for him, helpful, you know. Yeah. So I think that's pretty much all what I wanted to tell you just a little update about the horses. It's been going good. I'm really excited about this journey. I've been taking girl out just for walks, on a lead rope around the property, introducing her to new stuff. I haven't done it with Geo yet, but that's coming up. And what a ride. Oh my gosh. Very excited. Well, thanks for sticking around and listening my story. All right, talk to you soon. Me and Roni. Good girl. This is our first time outside of the pasture, away from the boys. She's doing so good. We're in the woods, coming close to the river. She's been doing really good.